exploring the unknown, pursuing the truth. Welcome to AI Myth Animation's channel. Today, we're going to talk about the bizarre murder case that took place between the eastern cities of Macau and Hong Kong. The case itself isn't particularly complicated, but the lingering doubts and what happened afterward are truly chilling. August 8, 1985, at noon, Hack SA Beach on Cologne Island, Macau. Kong and May arrived a little late. By the time they got there, most of the tourists had already left. The midday sun was blazing hot, and locals usually didn't come out at this hour. But May wanted to take photos, saying the lighting was perfect right then. They found a rock to sit on. May struck a few poses, facing the sea, while Kong snapped the pictures. A sea breeze blew over, carrying a strong salty, fishy smell. May wrinkled her nose and said, "There seems to be some weird odor in the air." Kong didn't think much of it, probably just low tide. They strolled along the shoreline for some distance when May wanted to snap a few more pictures. As they approached the secluded cove, May suddenly froze. "What is that?" she whispered, pointing ahead with a shocked expression. Kong hesitated for a moment, but still walked over. He stepped into the shallow water, bent down and leaned in. For a closer look, then his whole body froze. It was a hand, a human hand. Although it had been soaked in seawater for a long time, turning pale and badly swollen. Almost unrecognizable, Kong still knew exactly what it was. May shouted to him from behind. Kong didn't reply. He spun around abruptly, his face pale. "Don't come over," Kong shouted loudly. But it was already too late. May had walked up behind him, and then she screamed. The police arrived at the scene shortly after. They immediately sealed off the beach and the nearby waters. In the following hours, rescuers recovered 11 gruesome remains. 4 right feet, 2 left feet, 2 hands, and 2 heels. The body parts had been submerged in seawater for at least 2 days, badly swollen and decomposed. After forensic examination, the investigators made a chilling determination. There were at least 4 victims. The meaning of these mutilated remains and the killings needs no explanation. But this was merely the start. What truly freezes the blood is what came after. Barely 3 kilometers from that beach, nestled among the crowded streets and small shops of the busy district, sat an ordinary-looking little eatery known as the Eight Immortals Restaurant. No one knew. No one noticed. The restaurant had silently changed hands. The Zhenglin family who once owned it. From the 70-year-old mother to the 7-year-old son. All 10 of them had disappeared, completely gone, as if they had never existed. No one reported them missing, no one came looking. Until that noon, when Kong and May stepped onto that stretch of beach. News of the severed body parts case quickly spread out throughout Macau. The police formed a special task force, but the investigation soon hit a dead end. No missing persons reports. No fingerprint records, no way to identify the victims. Until April 1986, when the Macau Judiciary Police received a letter the writer claimed to be Zhenglin's younger brother. He reported that he had lost contact with his older brother in Macau for 8 months, and that he might be missing. Based on the contents of the letter, the police uncovered a crucial lead. Here is his statement. On the evening of August 4th at 7 p.m., I received a phone call from my older brother, Zhenglin in Macau. It was his voice on the other end. He said the whole family was preparing to go to Zhuhai for a vacation and would be back in about a week. His tone was calm, nothing unusual. I felt relieved for the moment. But a week later, when I called again, there was only a busy tone. Sensing something was wrong, I wrote a letter to Macau and personally went to the Eight Immortals Restaurant, only to find it completely empty. The restaurant was closed. Everyone was gone. The restaurant and its properties in Macau had been taken over by another man surnamed Huang. This letter became the breakthrough in the case. The police immediately launched an investigation and evidence collection around the Eight Immortals Restaurant area. The Zhang Lin family lived on 4th Street in Area Preta, just a short walk from the restaurant. The neighbors all knew them. Zhang Lin was an honest, quiet man. While his wife Zhang He had a passion for mahjong and often headed to the casinos. They had 4 daughters and 1 son. The youngest was only 7, the oldest 18. So the question remains, how could an entire family of so many people simply vanish into thin air without a single person noticing? The man surnamed Huang. In April 1986, the Macau Judiciary Police received a letter from Zhang Lin's younger brother. At the same time, they got an anonymous tip. Something was buried under the floorboards of the Eight Immortals Restaurant. Police launched a rapid raid there. They uncovered more severed body parts. With this discovery, it became clear that the restaurant was connected to the deaths of at least 10 people, and the man surnamed Huang became the prime suspect in the case. After arresting the man surnamed, the police interrogated him through the night. Huang Jiang, originally named Chan Ziyang, was born in 1933 in Nanhai, Guangdong, and moved to Hong Kong at a young age. In the interrogation room, Huang Jiang remained remarkably calm at first. He refused to admit that he was the killer of Zhang Lin's family of 10. He claimed that Zhang Lin owed him gambling debts and that the restaurant had been transferred to him as repayment. According to him, the entire Zhang family had already emigrated. Police checked the immigration records of the Zhang family. There were no exit records at all. Huang then changed his story, saying he had bought the restaurant himself with money from smuggling, more than $600,000 paid in cash. The police pressed further. Then why were the keys to Zhang Lin's home, along with the identification documents of all the family members, found inside your safe? Huang fell silent. Confronted with the facts, he had no way to keep lying. According to his confession, on the night of the crime he went to the restaurant to collect the debt. When Zhang Lin refused to repay him, the 2 men got into an argument. Huang grabbed a beer bottle, smashed it, and used the broken glass to take Zhang Lin's son hostage. He then ordered everyone to tie each other up with ropes and stuffed cloth into their mouths. During the process, Zhang Lin's wife, Zhang He, suddenly screamed and tried to escape. Huang chased her down and stabbed her in the neck with the broken bottle, killing her. After that, he brutally murdered the entire Zhang family of 10. Huang Jiang dismembered all the bodies, packed the remains into black garbage bags, and discarded them in different locations. Some parts, however, he boiled until soft and used as filling for the barbecue pork buns that were sold at the Eight Immortals Restaurant. By this point, the case had been declared closed. The killer had confessed, and his statements matched the evidence. The incident gradually faded from public memory. In 1993, Hong Kong made a film based on the case, English title, The Untold Story. It used an R-rated format to recreate this brutal murder. The movie once again stirred public curiosity and renewed questions about the horrific crime. How did the killer do it? The killer was 50 years old, of average build, and had no professional combat training. The Zhang family had 10 members, at least 6 of whom were adults. How could one person possibly control and kill so many people at the same time? Throughout the entire crime, did none of those 6 adults try to resist? Did no one cry out for help? Even if he held a piece of that broken glass against a child's neck to threaten the adults, under such extreme circumstances, didn't anyone realize that if they gave up resisting, the outcome might be that everyone would be killed? Who made that phone call? There is one detail in Huang Jiang's confession that the police could never explain. At 7 p.m. on the evening of August 4th, Zhang Lin's younger brother in Guangdong received a phone call. The voice on the other end was his brother, Zhang Lin, saying the whole family was preparing to go to Zhuhai for a vacation and would be back in about a week. But according to Huang Jiang's confession, the Zhang family had already been killed on the afternoon of August 4th. So, who after the crime used the victim's phone and voice to contact Zhang Lin's younger brother? A smart viewer might quickly conclude that the answer is the killer. But this raises a deeper question. Why did the killer make that phone call? If he had already killed 10 people, the most rational choice would have been to leave immediately and create the appearance of a disappearance. Moreover, how did he know that Zhang Lin had a younger brother in Guangdong? Even if he obtained all the family's information, how could he be sure that Zhang Lin's brother would believe him and choose not to call the police? How could the restaurant still stay open? After Huang Jiang took over the restaurant, the Eight Immortals Restaurant hired a new group of workers. The question is, didn't these new employees notice anything unusual? The meat in the kitchen, the strange smell, the sudden disappearance of the original owner's entire family, and especially the pile of body parts still in the basement, did they really notice nothing at all? In less than a week after the murders, Huang Jiang had already found these new workers, thought even a large company wouldn't be able to hire suitable people so quickly. Where did these people come from? The police said they investigated these workers and found no direct connection to the case. But was that really true? The missing 9th aunt. In the early morning of August 5th, someone saw 60-year-old Chen Lizhen, the 9th aunt of Zhang Lin's wife, Zhang He, being picked up by a man in his 30s. She was never seen again. Now who was this man in his 30s? Who came to pick her up? Huang Jiang was around 50 years old at the time. The man who came for Chen Lizhen was only in his 30s. If it wasn't Huang Jiang, then who was he, and what did he know? According to Huang Jiang's confession, he killed a total of 10 people, including the 9th aunt. He said that on the evening of that day, he learned from Zhang Lin's son that the 9th aunt was coming to the restaurant, and fearing she would report him to the police, he went to kill her. But after comparison, there was no trace of the 9th aunt among the remains, and nobody was ever found. That was she simply taken away, or was she murdered? In the end, no one ever gave a clear answer. Other remaining mysteries. The cruelty, the horror, and the sheer depravity of this brutal murder case reached a level that is truly appalling. But what remains most unsettling are the many unanswered questions it left behind because the killer committed suicide while in custody. Many details could never be verified. For example, shortly after the remains were discovered, the police received an anonymous phone call. Based on the clues provided in that call, they found part of the body parts in the basement of the Eight Immortals Restaurant. Online researchers have also collected at least a dozen or even 20 other suspicious points. In 1993, Hong Kong made a horror suspense film based on this case, titled Human Meat Char Siu Bao *. In the movie, Huang Jiang is portrayed as a worker at the restaurant, which made it easy for him to obtain all the personal information of the owner's family. In the film's version of events, even the police ended up eating those horrific buns. This case was later ranked as one of the top 10 unsolved mysteries of Hong Kong and Macau, that although the criminal paid for his crimes, the unanswered questions Dai left behind still linger in people's minds. Perhaps only time will eventually provide the answers.